Hey friends, welcome back to Wedding Wednesday. This week we're going to be talking about mine and Josh's story and how we met and how we came to be engaged. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. If you are, my name is Eric Stickles. I am a teacher, I am on a weight loss journey, and of course I am planning my wedding. I have videos on all of these topics on my channel, so make sure you go ahead and subscribe and then go check out the other videos on my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the story of my fiance Josh and I. I just want to share kind of with you guys, our love story because it's kind of crazy, it's a long one, and a lot of people love hearing it, so I figure I might as well make a video about it. But I also wanted to make a video about it just to kind of look back on and show to our kiddos and just to have, because we have we have a special relationship and I just want to share it with everybody. Also, please comment down below with any love stories that you have. I would love to read them. I'm mushy gushy like that, so definitely leave those down below in the comments for me. Okay, so we're gonna go all the way back to the beginning. I think 13 years ago to 6th grade, middle school. I changed schools to the school where Josh was gonna go. He wasn't there yet, but I changed districts, so I would be going to the same middle school. So we met in 6th grade. Now, I will admit that I had a crush on him from the first day that I saw him. I just did. I admit it, I had a huge crush on him from the moment I saw him and knew who he was. So that's my side of it, crush from day one. And we had a lot of classes together, and then eventually kind of came to know each other, or at least of each other. And then we eventually had the same friend group, and we kind of got to hang out more and get to know each other more through that friend group throughout middle school. Now moving into high school, that same group of friends actually totally carried with us, and we became actually a little bit tighter knit group of friends all throughout high school, and Josh of course was in that group with me. During the summer between 8th grade and 9th grade going into high school, and then 9th and 10th grade, those 2 summers I lost a bunch of weight, and so I was much more confident and just better looking in general too, and I definitely was more willing to go up and talk to him and ask him to do stuff with me and hang out together, and so that's kind of how we got to know each other more personally. I started off kind of small with Tolo. Now if you don't know what Tolo is, it is a school dance, kind of like homecoming, but the girl is supposed to ask the guy, and so I made myself ask him to Tolo all 4 years of high school, and we went to the actual Tolo dance, I think one of those, but we still had a lot of fun doing other dates on Tolo. To him it was very awkward, but that was definitely kind of how I broke into his field of vision, hey, I like you, let's go to a dance together. So I asked him to Tolo every single year in weird and funny ways. That is literally a whole nother video. One of the years I asked him while skiing, and it's a story. I'll have to make that another video sometime. So I asked him to Tolo every year. Actually, freshman year, we did go on a couple of dates together. I think we went out for Valentine's Day, maybe 1 or 2 other dates. Actual dates, one-on-one together. Very awkward. We were also freshmen. I think those were our first dates with anybody. So it was as to be expected. Now, after those first couple of dates and Tolo and whatnot, we kind of decided it wasn't totally working, so we didn't keep going on dates. I kept asking him to Tolo because I was totally still into him and I wanted to keep going out, but we just didn't date. But I did not give up on asking him to Tolo. And then after freshman year, we both dated other people for a little bit, for about a year or so span. I know I was dating somebody for about 1.5 years, and then so we were just, kind of doing our own thing, still hanging out at school with the same group of friends though. And then after we were both out of those relationships, in junior year, we started hanging out a lot more together, mainly due to me nagging him. I mean, he doesn't really realize how much I nagged him, but I was going after him. I was like, hey, let's go hiking, let's golf, let's ski. I took up skiing just so I could hang out with him, and we did those things. We skied and we did golf because we were both on the golf team, and we did hiking because I knew he loved hiking, so I literally would make my parents go, Mom, I need to go get hiking boots because I'm gonna go on this hike with Josh. And it was ooh, Josh, okay, let's go get boots. And so we did, and I went hiking, and I was not in shape, so it was hard, but I did it. And of course, most importantly, we were still hanging out with that same group of friends, and we hung out all the time with them. So that was a great way for me to just kind of show off my personality, try and get them to, you know, think twice about me. So that's what we did through junior year. And then senior year, we got more serious. We went to homecoming together. He actually asked me to homecoming. He asked me to homecoming, and then we went on a couple other dates, and we were just hanging out together all the time. So that's kind of how we got more into, you know, like a relationship. And then in April of senior year, we kind of like sat down and had a chat like, hey, what are we planning on doing here? Because, you know, we're both going to college, same college though, so it wasn't a huge deal. And so we started dating in April of our senior year. And then of course we went to prom in May, and then we went to Whitworth together in September or August of that year. So at college, we were obviously at the same college. We lived in different dorms. We made a bunch of friends on our own. We were in totally different majors, so we didn't have like any classes together, but we were definitely still like hanging out, obviously, and going on dates and stuff because we were dating. So that was college. We definitely became really close as we went through some hard times though, especially like freshman, sophomore year. I switched majors my freshman year, and that was a huge deal, and Josh like totally helped me out with that. He's the reason I am a teacher today because it was his idea. I was diagnosed with Crohn's, so that was really difficult. I lost a sister, and so we got really close through those hard times, and, you know, just being together at college without, you know, a bunch of other family nearby us. And then we celebrated our first, second, and third, and fourth anniversary together while we were at Whitworth. So that was awesome. All 4 years we stuck together, no, you know, on, off, again, none of that. So we got to celebrate 4 anniversaries together while we were at Whitworth. And then at the end of senior year, we decided that after graduation we would move in together wherever that was going to be. So we had kind of a crazy move to California. It was a bit last minute, and it was just crazy. We were both like working that summer, and I was able to take time off to move us, and then Josh started medical school, and I was doing weird odd jobs for a whole year, so that was kind of a weird first year down here in California. Then the next year I got my teaching job, and Josh started his second year of medical school. So that was really good to have us both like set what we're doing, you know, like we feel more at home now, and, you know, we were really happy with our, you know, little Disney annual passes and our 2 kitties in our little, you know, sunny California apartment down here. So then in April of this year, we were celebrating our 6-year anniversary, and so to kind of get away from being stuck in our apartment because of quarantine, we decided to escape to the beach for a night, just to kind of have a change of scenery, get to see the ocean a little bit, you know, just hang out, have a nice kind of date night in. So that's what we did, and we got some dinner, then we walked, you know, along the beach at sunset, and then Josh proposed. I have a whole nother video about that. So he proposed, and that was very exciting. And here we are now, almost exactly 6 months from our wedding date. So it's very exciting, very crazy how long we've known each other, how long we've, you know, kind of always been friends with each other, and now we're almost ready to start like our lives together as a married couple. So that's really cool. So that's our love story, and, you know, as you can tell, it was a long time in the making. I think 13 years that we knew of each other, at least. I mean, we were talking like that first year, so 13 years that we knew each other, and leading us to where we are now. And I can honestly say that I have had the biggest crush on him all 13 years. I can't imagine marrying anybody else, and I always had in my mind, you know, he's who I'm meant to be with, and I know nobody else believed me. But I knew, like, deep down, like, no, like, if there was ever like that soulmate kind of moment, like, I had that from the beginning with him. And so I feel extremely lucky that, you know, things worked out the way they did, and that we're together, because I can't imagine possibly being with anybody else. So I hope you enjoyed hearing our story, and that way you will subscribe and stick around to see all of the other wedding planning videos for our upcoming wedding together. Next week on Wedding Wednesday, I'm going to be talking about my bridesmaid proposal boxes. So don't forget to comment down below with any fun love stories. I would love to read them. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next Wedding Wednesday. Bye!